triple suspension. Is it a thing or is it a myth? Come along on this ride and I'll show you. Hello everyone, welcome back to The Ride with Lance. And today we're on the Haoqi Cheetah. And yes, I can confirm I am riding on triple suspension. I've got the Cloud 9 seat with my Sun Tour seat suspension post on there. The only reason I really have that is because the new seat I ordered for this hasn't shown up yet. So I just went ahead and throw my trusty Cloud 9 with the Sun Tour suspension seat post on for a nice, comfortable ride, because I have modified this bike. I have modified it to my desired riding position for both trail, gravel, and off-road. Kind of like the Lectric XPeak. I got some nice wide handlebars that are up higher now. And so far I'm really enjoying this. So let's do a little off-road riding. Hey. Just over here real quick and see how it does and see how it feels. Nice. Yeah, and then up. And some gravel. Yeah, really not feeling anything from the back end at all. But like I said, you don't need triple suspension. The rear suspension on this bike does a good job for all the stuff like this. Around here. And go up. Yeehaw. Okay, we'll pull up over here somewhere and I'll show you everything I did to get this bike into the riding position I like and make it a little quieter. All right, I think I spy a nice spot. Make sure nobody's coming before I turn around. All right, look right here. Let me show you. Okay, so what I've done here, you can see I have removed the front fender and the headlight. I removed the rear rack, the rear fender, and I have replaced the handlebars and the handlebar mount. You can see I got a smaller one that brought the handlebars closer, because before they were right about out here and they were down lower, right about here. So I brought them closer, and I've got a handlebar with a 3.5-inch rise. So now my arms are up higher, but they're also wider. And it's just a lot more comfortable for me with these wider handlebars. But what I also did is, there it is. There's the C9 with the Sun Tour suspension seat post. Now, like I said, it's not necessary. It doesn't really help that much more, because the rear suspension on it already is plenty good for riding like this on the trails, just smaller trails, or smaller, not so rough trails. But there you go. It was a bit of a challenge with these grips. Had to do some finagling, but everything fit fine. There was enough cable there up in the front here that I didn't have to do really any modifying of the cable. Just had to unwrap some to get a little more slack. I mean, this one is a little tight, but it's fine. I can always move this closer if I need to. But there you have it. This is how I have it set up for when I want to go off-road. Now, the other thing I'll do before I actually go off-roading will be to remove the kickstand. Because as most of you know, when the going gets rough, that kickstand starts bouncing around and makes all kinds of noise. All right, let's get back to the ride. All right, let's do things a little different today. Let's do a little street riding. Something I really don't like doing, but I'll do it. Just because I got this bike in such a comfortable position now. Yeah, it is. It's a lot nicer. I am sitting more upright now. My arms are higher, so I feel like I'm not stretching. I got a little bend in my elbows. And it feels, to me, 100% better than what it feels in stock. Now, it's not saying that this is something that you need to do. You may feel perfectly fine in that mountain bike riding position where you're a little lower, a little lean forward. That might be perfect for you. This is just what I prefer, and I think a lot of other people would prefer it too, because now you kind of have the best of both worlds. You have a full suspension off-road style e-bike, that you can also use as a very comfortable cruiser. Just like I'm riding right now, just a cruising style. It down to 1, so I don't have to go so fast. So yeah, this is now a very, very enjoyable ride, very comfortable. And if you're interested in the parts I used for this, I'll put it in the description so you can research it yourself. See if it's something that you would like to do, especially if you're considering the Haoqi Cheetah. It is a really nice bike. Like I said, I really like this color. The frame design is nice. It's kind of eye-catching. So that could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on the area you live in, if you know what I mean. We'll go over here to the park, do some riding around. Yeah, got the green light, go. So if you are considering this bike as one of the ones you're thinking about getting, I do have a link in the description below that does give you a discount. But if you're just researching it, go ahead and use that link. It'll take you to all the Haoqi type bikes. I mean, maybe you're not considering this one, but maybe one of the other ones. So that discount would also go towards any of those Haoqi bikes. So one thing that you want to consider when you're modifying your riding position to be more upright, so you're sitting straighter up, is that you're also putting a lot more weight on your butt. So unlike when you're down in that mountain bike riding position where you're forward and down, where you're putting some of that weight on your arms, now a lot of it is now on your butt. So you definitely want to make sure you get a comfort seat. To help pad the back end and alleviate some of that pain if you go on a longer ride. But with these shorter rides, oh, it's nice. It's nice. So I use the Cloud 9 cruiser seat on mine. Katrina uses the Bikeroo. She's got 2 Bikeroo seats. She just got the, I forget what they call it. I'll have to show you a picture of it, or I'll put a description of it in the description below. But it's a nice comfort seat. Both of them are comfort seats. But one thing I do notice about some of them, especially if you get the ones with the springs, is they have a tendency of getting noisy after a while. A lot of popping and pinging and squeaky noise from your seat after a while. So you might want to look at getting a seat that has those big round rubber pads instead of the springs. And then a suspension seat post to go along with it. It'll make your ride a lot more comfortable and a lot more quiet. Less pinging and popping from the back end. So this Cloud9 cruiser seat I have right here, it does have the springs. But the suspension seat post has alleviated a lot of that noise. Still makes it when the going gets really rough. And eventually, when this seat wears out, I'll get a new one with those rubber springs, I guess you could call them. All right, let's see if maybe it rained over the weekend, but it may be hard enough to go over here and just do a little off-roading on that trail right there. We'll put this in 5. Mark it down to easy gear. And let's go down here and see how it does. Nice, comfortable. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's gonna get too crazy. That's all I need to do is hit a really slushy, muddy spot and go down. So let's get up here for this little incline. All right. Did that with ease. That's the fun kind of type of off-roading. Nothing too hard, nothing too crazy. Nothing that's getting you unexpectedly airborne. All right, again, this is just one heck of a nice day. Yesterday it was cold. It was rainy. Today it's almost in the mid 70s. Short sleeve shorts. Really enjoyable day. Hope you're having an enjoyable day where you're at. Got a nice little river stream flowing. One thing I have noticed, I noticed this after I modified the XPeak, and now I'm noticing it today after I modified the Cheetah. And this was after I've taken the fenders off, the light off, the racks off. That when I pass mountain bikers, coming at me, I get the nod. Like the hey, hello nod, right? Now before, when I had all the fenders on and the lights on and my bike was clearly looking like a fat tire e-bike. that when I would pass mountain bikers, not all of them, but a lot of them, they just would pass you by. Wouldn't give you a second look, wouldn't give you the nod, wouldn't say hi. But now that this bike looks more like their bike except for a fat tire on it, I'm getting the nod. Now, is it because it looks more like a mountain bike without the headlight on it and without the big fenders or racks on the front or back? So in essence, is it giving you legitimacy in their eyes that, hey, it is a mountain biker with fat tires? I don't know. I just kind of find it a little funny that now I'm getting the nod from mountain bikers. Now, if I was actually on a mountain bike trail, it might be a different story. All right, I just wanted to do a quick little video on my modified Haoqi Cheetah. Show you all what I did. In case you're interested in doing it to your Cheetah, or if you're going to get a Cheetah and you're wanting to know how to make your ride that much more better. All right, you have a great day, a great week, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.